You're going to go through whatever it is you need to go through for as long as you need to go through it, whether the person watching this and listening to this likes it or not. Here are the chronicles of my ascension process based on my experience, and I was called to post today. Actually, yesterday, I just didn't do it. Here's the thing, I've said it again. It's wonderful to be in a time of social media where we can connect through apps to other people and feel like we're not alone, excuse me, going through this experience where it is informative. But at the end of the day, it's important to remember that we have our own team, that we have our own higher self, and it's going to guide us through whatever it is we need to go through so that we, as the individual listening to this, learn the lesson that we need to learn, have the aha moment that we need to have that will get us to the next point. And while all the advice is helpful, to please remember, as much as we prefer not to hear it, it is to trust in yourself, because that is the whole point of this awakening. Is we do a lot of work to heal from all the belief systems that don't align with us, with all the wounds that we have collected through our childhood and our lifetime, however old you are when you are awakening, to the realization that you are an infinite divine being, and there's a tiny little part of this divine being in this avatar, having this experience for the purpose of expansion. And we wake up because we agreed to wake up now so that we can be more purposeful, co-creating the life that we deserve. Well, there'll be contrast, yes. And then we understand as we go along this very personal journey that we are guiding ourselves to, that in fact everything we hear, that it's all you, is true. You are the universe experiencing itself through you. Everything. The family you chose to be born into, the partners you've chosen, the experiences, the jobs, everything you, your higher self, have brought to you for the purpose of something, right? Some experience for you to learn from, whether I prefer it or, simply because, you know what, I don't prefer this, thank you very much. But then it's this realization that as we wake up, and this is what I have learned, is that we are all sovereign beings. And I don't know what you're contracted for. I don't know what your preferred reality is. What I believe so far is those of us that wake up, it is to work on ourselves, to embody unconditional love, to be like satellites that together, wherever we are in the world, we create this grid of love and light to ground it in, to help others awaken, they are supposed to, but to create this energetic field of lightness, of love. But that can only be if we authentically become that. So it is our own personal journey of having days of peace, unexplainable, beautiful peace, with days of these waves of whatever emotion it is in the gut. Like when you throw up, if you've ever thrown up, you had food sickness or too much alcohol, and it's like this involuntary convulsion. You're doing something similar with your emotions, where it feels like it's coming from deep inside of you. They're intense. But they're just wanting to be acknowledged and released, because in order for us to authentically embody unconditional love, which is source, we do the work to get us there. And then from that we understand that life begins to unfold beautifully for us once we embody the God frequency. But it is an individual process. And from that energetic field, we can help others, if they directly ask for it, but also through our energetic field, because we're vibrational beings, right? But I just want to remind us all that you're not doing anything wrong. We're not going backwards. It is a process of purging, until your higher self knows that you met whatever that line was for you to move forward. And I wish at this point in time, I wish I thought different. I wish I could tell you different. But honestly, from my own experience, it's truly, oh, excuse me, confirmation, as you guys say. It's truly been a humbling experience of surrendering, because if you think about all the times you've had in your life that were really tough, moments that you may or may have not shared with anybody else, but you were there, that you saw yourself curled up in the fetal position, presenting one way but internally being another. Your darkest moments in a way that you could never explain to another human being. You got yourself through that. You have no idea how, but somehow you've made it through a lot of shit. That's you. That is you. And when you begin to reflect on your life and understand that all you've been seeking, that thing, that person, that sense of love, of stability, of help that you've been looking for, seeking, is you. Because you're the one who's gotten you through the very worst. You're the ones, whether pretty or not, meaning gracefully or not aesthetically, you pulled yourself out of some shit. So trust in that same being that got you through all of that is getting you through this too. It's just asking you to surrender to it. It may feel uncomfortable, and your task is just to breathe and do what you can do moment to moment to stay in the best case scenario, in the best emotional state as possible. Okay, I don't even want to use neutrality, because sometimes that feels like, are you crazy? I can't do that. You know what? Keep yourself busy, moment to moment. Take a deep breath. It doesn't matter if you feel like you're repeating the same thing 10,000 times. If that is what you need that day, if that is what you need in that moment, your task is to know that you're going through a rebirth, this process, the labor and delivery is not a pleasant one. And this is from someone who had an epidural at 2 centimeters, because my zero tolerance to discomfort. The humor has not escaped me that this labor and delivery has been completely raw, no more vices. I quit smoking years ago. I quit cigarette years ago. Yeah, I still like sugar, but it's leaving me more and more. Or I eat it less and less. I'm not finding comfort in food. It's been a learning, healing journey for me. And so it means that when these events happen, it's how do I help myself through it in a healthier way, moment by moment. Yeah, I may end my day completely exhausted, but that's faith, knowing that this is a miraculous process of going through the birth of something new, and watching the old just fade away. And then what happens is living the life that you came here to live, understanding that you are the awareness. And from that state, your life can flow. There will still be contrast. But now you understand, I brought this to me. What do I want to learn? What is it here for? It could be, again, as simple as, I do not prefer this. But again, reminding us all, based on my experience, that regardless of good advice that you may or may not take, you will go through what you need to go through for as long as you need to go through it, until your higher self, until your true self is ready and knows that you're ready for the next state. You can help yourself by understanding, okay, this is here for me. So what is he, once again, for the 100th time, pause. All right, what am I here to learn from this? What can I do to help myself be in a calmer state? To be in the state of love, that all is well. Thank you, and have a blessed day.